Today I would like to tell you my personal story about how I came to United States and how I settled here. Before I do that, I'd like to know how many of you actually came here for studies to United States? Okay? And when first time you came to United States, do you remember purchasing something and trying to convert those dollars into your native currency and think about how expensive things are here? I was one among them. I wanted to do graduate studies in the United States, so I applied to few universities here. And my favorite was UNC Chapel Hill, and I did not get admit there. I was unhappy, but I got only one admit from University of Kentucky with full financial aid. Oh, okay, so I have at least one admit, but I still wanted to go to UNC Chapel Hill. Who doesn't want to go to UNC Chapel Hill? How many of you know Michael Jordan? He's a famous basketball player. And how many of you heard of Mythical Man Month? The author of, yes, the author of Mythical Man Month, Fred Brooks, is from UNC Chapel Hill. So I definitely wanted to go to UNC Chapel Hill. So I decided to write an email to admission committee asking them to reconsider my application. They actually did reconsider my application and they gave me an admit. I was so happy. They told me that you got an admit, but the financial aid is not guaranteed until you get there. So I had a tough decision to make between University of Kentucky and University of North Carolina Chapel Hill. One has financial aid, one doesn't have financial aid guarantee. I took a tough decision and I decided to go to UNC Chapel Hill because I really like to go there. So there came my first flight experience to United States. I still remember my flight from Hyderabad to Bombay, and from Bombay to Milan, and Milan to Atlanta, and Atlanta to Raleigh-Durham. And I landed in Raleigh-Durham airport, and then waiting for somebody to pick me up, and no one showed up there. I was terrified. So thankfully I have few quarters then, and cell phone was popular, but I didn't have one, so I had to go to the coin box and called the person who was supposed to pick me up, and he said, oh, okay, I'm on my way, and I'll pick you up. I was relieved because I do not have any idea where I'm going to stay that night. So I was happy that he picked me up, and everything is good. And then the first problem came. What do you think would be the first problem? Is food. I did not think the food here is so bland. I was so used to Indian food, and I was also vegetarian during that time, so it was difficult. So slowly I started learning cooking, so it was okay. So then the next problem, the financial aid. So the computer science department at UNC Chapel Hill has a very interesting program. They had like a job fair one day, and all the students talk to the professors, and they can sign up saying, oh, which professor is good. They actually kind of do a small interview with the professors, and student gets to choose which professor they want to work with. Similarly, the professor also chooses his top candidates. And I was very fortunate, actually selected by my top choices, like 2 professors, and very happy with that I got actually financial aid. So financial aid means that not only I get a salary every month, I also get tuition waiver. This is a big deal. This is basically a lot of money. I only got money for one term. I did not know what to do the next term, things like that. So it was a great relief. I was very happy. And then I got an internship offer from Microsoft Research, which is in Redmond, Washington State. Washington State was so beautiful. It has a lot of greenery and a lot of mountains, and the living was it was okay. I mean, basically it's not like Microsoft was not paying a lot. They are paying good amount of money. But what I learned is that in the United States, to live with a decent amount of money, you can live a luxury life. That's what I learned. And you also get an independent life, which basically you can easily afford a car, and you can go to different places, and you can do things, and you can build things on your own. I really liked that experience, and I decided to settle in the United States. And now, actually, I do still do those dollar conversions, but those conversions do happen when I go back to India, converting the other way around. Like, oh, so this costs in US dollars this much, which means this is this much. So I'm really happy that I'm living here.